With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days.
All right, let's begin with the latest at this hour. Less than 48 hours after U.S. struck Iran's nuclear sites with bunker buster bombs, Iran has launched a retaliation called Operation Bashar al-Fateh. Iran has targeted U.S. bases in the region. The attack has come as a response to American strikes. Iran missiles rained down on America's largest air base in West Asia, the Al-Udeid Air Base, located just outside the capital Doha. No casualties have been reported so far. After completing the attack, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps said that 6 missiles had struck the American base near Doha. Before the confirmation on the number of missiles, Iran had issued a vaguely worded statement saying that the country fired as many missiles as U.S. fired during the attack on 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Iran also targeted U.S. air base in Iraq. Iran had earlier said that attacks on its infrastructure will not go unanswered.
پیام اقدام قاطع فرزندان ملت در نیروهای مسلح برای کاخ سفید و متحدانش روشن و صریح است. جمهوری اسلامی ایران با اتکال به خداوند متعال، اتکا به مردم مؤمن و پرآوازه ایران اسلامی تحت هیچ شرایطی تعرض به تمامیت سرزمینی، حاکمیت و امنیت ملی خود را بی پاسخ نخواهد گذاشت.
Statements of condemnations have poured in from several countries in West Asia, beginning with Qatar. The country slammed Iran's attack in Doha and says it reserves the right to respond after Iranian attack. Qatar also says that its air defenses intercepted a missile attack on U.S. military base of Al-Udeid. Several countries proceeded to shut their airspace temporarily. Nations included Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia have shut their airspace indefinitely. The U.S. is monitoring the situation closely. The U.S. Defense Department confirmed that Iran fired multiple short and medium-range missiles at Al-Udeid Air Base in Qatar and say that officials are keeping a close eye on the developments in West Asia. Mr. John Erath is a senior policy director for the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation in Washington and former member of the U.S. delegation to NATO, is now joining us live from Washington, D.C. Mr. Erath, good to see you and thank you very much for making time for us at this hour. I need your assessment on Operation Bashar al-Fateh.
I think this was clearly a symbolic move by Iran. They needed to make some sort of response to the attacks by the United States on Iranian nuclear sites, and this is what they have chosen to do. They selected a very symbolic target, the largest U.S. air base in the region. They struck it at a time when they knew it was largely empty. The aircraft that were located there had been moved out some days before. There were very few personnel on base. And apparently they had warned the Qataris prior to the attack that they would be doing something. So there was not much possibility of casualties. And they made the attack with a relatively small number of missiles. So it was obviously more of a symbolic than a military attack.
Mr. Erath, how do you assess the situation is going to be different this time round in West Asia region, because the dynamics have very quickly changed?
I think that everybody's going to wait and see what is going to happen next. Whether this would be an end to the reprisals by Iran, or whether there will be further attacks, whether Iran and Israel will continue to exchange fire and attacks back and forth, whether there will be more targets hit, and whether the assessment of damage to Iran's nuclear program will be that it is effectively destroyed or not. While these assessments are being made, I think you're going to see a little bit of a pause, and I would like to see that pause used to explore if there is a diplomatic option to resolve the causes of this conflict.
Mr. Ereth, if there is no pause to these retaliations by Iran, do you think America and Israel, for that matter, are prepared for any repercussions?
I think that Israel and America and Iran as well are prepared for repercussions. I think that all of the forces in the region are on very high security alerts right now. In the intro, it was stated that Qatari air defenses intercepted at least some of the missiles that were launched at them. So I think that all of the countries in the region are on high alert right now, and I think that's going to continue.
All right. Mr. John Ereth, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for your insights and for talking to us today.
Thank you for inviting me.